Dave Smith.
Yes.
Another week, another city.
Another trade show. Here we go.
So big news is obviously the new Pioneer. You pronounce it for me. I haven't said the word yet.
Toraiz.
Toraiz.
SP-16.
So the thing about this is you put the analog filters in it, right?
Yes, they're from the Prophet 6. Got a low pass and a high pass. Actually two of each because it's a stereo output, so there's actually a separate filter in the left and right channels. Got a drive control for the low pass. Sounds really good.
And so how did this come about? Because it doesn't, on the face of it, seem like an obvious pairing. I mean, it is obvious, but DJ manufacturer, synthesizer manufacturer.
Well, actually, the first time we started talking was back at ADE a couple of years ago, the Amsterdam Dance event, and it's just surprising where things lead sometimes. But initial talks, it's a perfectly obvious thing to do to me. I mean, I used to do this in the 80s, Prophet VS, Prophet 2000, 3000. The idea of having digital playback with analog filters after. And there's something that the analog filters do to digital that just kind of makes it all work that much better.
So is this a global filter post samples, or is it per sample? Is it a global filter, or is it per?
Yes. Yeah, it's meant to be always accessible right there in the front panel on the whole mix. So no, this would be a much bigger instrument if you had 16 of them in there instead of just one.
Excellent. And so how long has this process been going then? I mean, do you have to kind of design your circuitry differently, or do they accommodate the box to fit your circuit board?
Well, it is pretty much exactly the same filter. I mean, if you opened it up and compared the circuits, our low pass and their low pass, you'd see that they are the same. We did a little tweaking to make it more, fit in this instrument a little bit better, like, limiting the low pass resonance so it doesn't oscillate, because you wouldn't really want oscillation happening in a product like this.
I guess it's stereo, right, as well?
Yeah. So there's a separate filter in each channel.
Which are ganged for
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Great, thank you.
Sure.
So, hey, Rick.
Hey, Nick.
A big show for you this year for
Yeah,
Pioneer.
absolutely. Yeah, very big show.
So tell us, what is this and how do you pronounce it? Because I don't want to get it wrong.
It's the Toraiz SP-16. So the reason we made this new category is because obviously we're here to stay and we're serious about this category. So this will be the first in a series of new products for us underneath the Toraiz umbrella. And the SP-16 basically just means sample player, and then it's got a 16-step sequencer.
We should just get this straight. This is a standalone.
That's correct.
Sampler.
Yeah, so, we want to try and grow our business, and we want to enter into the production market. And we released some reference monitor speakers, very handy timing, our ROM07, RM05 that we released last year, and we also released some studio headphones. But headphones and speakers, it's not very exciting technology, right? So this is our first, what I believe, credible product to enter us into that space now. So the product's aimed at three different users. We've got the DJ, which is obviously what we're famous for, and making products for the DJ. We've got the producer at home, for example, or in a professional studio, and we've got the live performer. So a DJ can hook it up via Pro DJ Link and read the record box DJ information. So many people are trying to sync external kit to DJ equipment via MIDI. And no disregard to Dave, but DJ equipment MIDI, it isn't a foolproof solution. It's only BPM information. With Pro DJ Link, it's beats and it's bar and it's phrase information. So you can trigger a load of sounds, go back to your CDJs, and it will wait 1, 2, 3, and it will trigger in time. It's like playing 16 CDJs at once, all matched to the BPM of your CDJ DJM setup.
Okay, so let's get into the details, because the thing that people are going to find exciting about this is you have released a standalone pad-based sample, which is something that people have been asking for a long time, but not really getting.
Yeah, so we're always trying to innovate, and of course we do analyze the market, and the one thing that we found was missing was that there was no real sampler solution for a portable situation without the laptop needed.
Yeah.
And Pioneer's strategy in the DJ booth has always been about removing the laptop. You know, we're all about USB media and SD media in the DJ booth, and we're very proud of that. So hopefully this will just add to that ethos about removing the laptop. No need.
So tell us a little bit about it. One thing that's been coming up in the comments already from the tease that you posted was, does it actually sample or is it just a sample player?
Yes, there's a 2/4-inch jacks input, so you can sample on the fly. So that could be, I don't know, I'm a musician, you know, I'm playing drums or I'm playing a guitar, record it in, sample that onto a pad, re-trigger, or in a DJ environment you could be sampling from a CDJ via an auxiliary input. So yes, 100% you can sample in and splice the sound onto the pads and re-trigger and re-sequence.
So how much actual sample RAM is there for one
There's
shot?
8 gigabytes of storage in there. It will come with 2 gigabytes of preloaded sounds, courtesy of Loop Masters that we've licensed. And there's also 8 gigabytes of flash memory for processing all of the sounds and the time stretching, etc.
So you can play long sections. I mean, 8 gigs is plenty.
Yeah, 8 gigs is more than enough, of course, depending on the quality of the WAV or AIFI file that you have in there. But yeah, it supports WAV and AIFF, 16 and 24.
So can we have a look? Can you spin it around so I can see what the
We've got
connection
Pro DJ Link connectivity, which is connecting to the Ethernet switch behind the CDJs, DJMs for the locked beat grids. MIDI in and out for syncing external equipment or receiving MIDI data from a synthesizer, for example. And we've got our inputs for sampling and a level here, and the outputs to take the sounds from the sequence, from the sampler into your DAW or sound card.
pairs,
And then just a simple headphone.
And this, is this a touch display or is this?
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea is you put your sounds into here, you load your sound into one of the pads, you touch the pad, you go into another screen like an ADSR, so you can edit this is K in the release, add some effects, pan the sound for example, and then load that sound into one of the pads. The reason the pads are different colours is because you can assign a colour to the sound. So we found that there was a lot of pads out there, but the pads didn't really have much meaning. So all of your snares could be red, all of your hats could be green, all of your crashes could be blue, and then obviously sequence them in 4 different banks of patterns. You can store up to 256 patterns. A velocity sensitive pad for activating other effects such as pitch or rolling a note and repeat notes, for example. Similar browsing to the CDJ, you know, back and browse, home.
All right, so this isn't a touchscreen.
This is a touchscreen, yes. But at the moment, we've only got this screen on demonstration today.
Oh, there's one. There's another one. Okay.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. I mean, obviously, this is the first outing for it. I mean, do you have any idea of when it's going to be around and how much?
I believe it's late June. It's summertime. Yeah, summertime, and SRP euros is 1599, and $1599, £1279.
Wow, that's impressive. That's very competitive.
Shipping date is early August.
Shipping date's early August.
Early August, that's all right.
Here's my backup team. Welcome Hatanori-san.
There's Mr. Designer.
And welcome Suzuki-san, who's my colleague in Europe.
Hello. So, I mean, this is very exciting. So you say, is this going to be like the flagship product, you think, of the
Yeah,
new
so the
range?
reason that we introduced Toraiz, as I said earlier, was, we've got a series of products to come, you know. This isn't anything secret. We're serious about this category, and this is our first product into that market, yeah.
So obviously we're not hearing anything yet because it's still kind of, it's not finished. So we won't be hearing the Dave Smith filters and all of that sort of stuff, as well as the analog filters. What kind of effects and other stuff have you got going on?
We've inherited our effects from our DJM range, so simple reverbs and dub echoes and flanges and pan, etc. All of the effects that we're famous for from our RMX or EFX range.
Great, thank you very much, Rick.
All right, great, thank you very much.